You're short on time, but you still need to plan, shoot, and edit a video for this week. If that's you, I'm right there with you. Let's get into it because I am, in fact, short on time this week. Plus, if you usually record screen recordings and tutorials, you're going to love what I have to say about speeding that process up too. If you're new here, my name is Meredith Marsh, and I'm here to help you look good, sound good, and feel good on camera so that you can build your thriving YouTube channel. And as much as I'd like to be one of those people who can batch record 5, 10, 15 videos in a day and just have them ready to go for the quarter, I struggle to be that kind of person. And when I know I have a short amount of time to get my videos done, I usually work through the weekends. But we had a volleyball tournament, we had my daughter's birthday, and last Friday I got to teach video stuff in my daughter's middle school. So I prioritized all the really important stuff in my life, and now I'm like, how do I prioritize my YouTube videos? So here's what goes through my head when I am short on time, but I want to stick to my schedule. And sometimes I just decide I'm not going to get a video done this week and let it be. But I want to stay consistent because I know that's how you grow a YouTube channel. And I like showing up for you guys. So let's talk about planning your videos really quickly. Here's what I do to pick a topic. I have a list of topics. I have a list of topics for like months that I could create videos about, but some of them I know they're going to take longer than usual. So I do have a list of topics on hand that I know if I'm really short on time or if I'm not really sure what I should publish this week, I'm just going to pull from this list of easy topics. But more often than not, I will just ask myself, what could I create in a video that my audience wants to hear from me, that my audience needs to hear from me right now? What can be just as simple as hitting record and talking to the camera where I don't have to do a lot of planning and I don't have to do a lot of editing, but it's still a topic that my audience is going to find interesting. And since I know that most people, possibly perhaps every video creator on YouTube, at least all of the clients and students I've ever worked with, have this struggle of how do I find time to create videos? So I know this is a topic that you can probably relate to. And lately I have been using this tool that you're seeing right here on my screen called Whimsical to mind map what I want to include in my videos. And I wish I could go back in time and tell myself to use mind maps years ago because I am a very visual person. And as much as I like the structure of an outline and making a list of topics and bullet points, sometimes my brain just wants to throw it all into a mind map and then sort it all out later. So as I started thinking about the ways that I make videos when I'm short on time that I want to share with you, I just started listing out these ideas in a whimsical mind map. So I'm not writing a script, there are no bullet points, I'm just putting everything down and then organizing it so that I can show it to you. It also works really well to, I think, have something on the screen for you to look at and not just me talking. And I think this works. I might use this for more videos actually because I kind of like the way it works. Now, I am not going to pretend that the way that I create videos and the way that you create videos, we have the same exact workflow, and what works for me is going to work for you. Like, that would be crazy, right? But there are some styles of videos that I think take for freaking ever to record and edit and then fine tune before you publish. So for example, anything where I have to do like a product review, unbox it, play with it, see if I like it, see how it works. You have to learn the product or the software, and then you have to record the video showing the product or the software. It's a lot to record and it's a lot to edit. So if I'm short on time, I'm probably not going to do a product review. So lots of B-roll, lots of research, lots of details, specs. Oh my gosh, the specs. If someone sends you a camera, you have to get the specs right. You don't obviously want to share information that is like not accurate. And so there's a lot to learn that you don't want to get wrong. You know, I do love a good talking head video where it's just me talking, no B-roll or anything. Just pick a topic and run with it. This is actually one of the reasons why I started the Video Brand Infusion podcast, because there are a lot of topics that are just like, I don't have anything to show you. There's nothing to see. It's just something that I want to talk about. It's something I want to share. I want to share my experience, and I want you to be able to listen to it like in your favorite podcast player. And so I think even if you have a niche that is usually very visual, like crafting or tutorials, or, you know, you're making stuff in your workshop or something, I think you would be surprised by how many topics you could just talk to the camera to deliver to your audience that your audience would be really appreciative of. So don't think that you have to have all the fancy B-roll and do a complete project and do all this stuff. Sometimes people just want to hear what you have to say about something. And maybe this is what you're already doing. I mean, a lot of my videos are just a talking head. I do like, and here's something that I've noticed when it comes to spending less time creating videos. Here's sort of a workflow that I've been trying to adopt for myself. And that is, number one, have a B-roll library, super handy, of my own B-roll. If you've watched my videos over the last 6 months or so, if you've watched any of my Elgato prompter videos or my setup videos, my Crush It on Camera series, if you go back and binge watch all those videos from beginning to end, of course, and leave a comment, you will see that there's a lot of B-roll that I recorded once and then reused in those videos because it works. It works for multiple videos. If I'm talking about the teleprompter, I have B-roll of the teleprompter that I can just drop in there without having to separately record B-roll of the teleprompter every time I publish, you know, a whole new video. Now, I put this little note in here for myself because I might record this video. Well, obviously I'm recording this video, but I might take the recording of this video and edit it on my iPad because I'm going to be traveling at the end of the week. And if I could take the editing portion of the video off my to-do list of things I have to do before I leave, then I could just edit it on the go on my iPad. And I don't love editing things on mobile devices, but if I'm trying to get a video out and I'm short on time, it might be a sacrifice that I make. We'll see. Another thing I've been doing lately is recording or taking screenshots of B-roll, of screen recording B-roll as I'm planning. So if I know that I'm going to do a tutorial or tell you about this, that, and the other thing, and I know I'm going to need screenshots of my web browser or screenshots of the software, I will either take those still screenshots as I'm planning out the video, or I'll just record my screen, whatever I need to record as I'm planning. And if you label all of the screenshots and the B-roll footage and all of that stuff, it makes it really easy after the fact to drop things into your timeline where they need to be. Here's another thing I've been trying to do. And some of the things I'm talking about here are like, yes, these are things that I do when I'm short on time that I'm now realizing I should just be doing them all the time. I don't have to be short on time to be really efficient about creating videos. What a concept, right? So the other thing is lining everything up on my screen so that I can record my face and my screen at the same time, just like I'm doing right now. Now, in this video, I'm only recording one browser window. It just happens to be a mind map, but if you have like slides that you put in your videos, or you have multiple images or something that you're going to be bringing up on screen, line those up ahead of time, literally have them open on your computer, and instead of maybe bringing those in as B-roll that you're importing while you're editing, just record your screen and your face at the same time. That's what I'm doing right now with Ecamm. So I can switch back and forth between just me on camera or me and my screen. So my screen is a little bit like the B-roll in this case, and I can switch back and forth between those things while I'm recording so that I don't have to do it while I'm editing, which I think is the next thing. If you use something like Ecamm Live, you can edit as you go, which is another one of those concepts that I wish I had convinced myself years ago that I should just start getting in the habit of doing. But because I can switch back and forth between my screen and my face, or my face and my screen at the same time, I mean, I could have multiple scenes set up, but I only just have the two. Because I'm doing it while I'm recording, I don't have to do it while I'm editing. So I don't have to do like a complicated multi-cam edit or something like that. It's already edited as I'm recording. And of course, the more prepared you are before you hit record, the faster it's going to be for you to record, and also the faster it's going to be for you to edit. I have thought many, many times, I'm just going to record a video real quick. This won't take me very long at all. As a matter of fact, I started recording this about, what's my runtime? 16 minutes ago, and I have a meeting in 7 minutes. If I had tried to do that completely unprepared without this mind map in front of me, it would have probably taken me an hour and a half. But as it is, I'm almost done. I'm almost done with it. And all I have to do is then make some hopefully quick edits before this video is ready to go. And lastly, what do I have under this? Easy to edit in small chunks. Oh yes, this is another great tip. If I'm running short on time, I definitely, like I already said, I don't want to have a whole bunch of B-roll. I'm not going to do a product review. It needs to be something relatively sequential, like this video is. Like I know it sounds silly. I started at the beginning and I'm going to finish at the end. It sounds silly to say that out loud, but not every video is filmed sequentially. Sometimes I record the intro at the end. Sometimes I record my outro and I'm like, oh yeah, my video is done. I'm going to record my outro now. And then I realize, oh, I forgot to say a whole section. And so now my recording is kind of jumbled up. It's not really in order. So if I'm going to have to edit on my phone or on my iPad or even on my computer, I want to make sure that I'm recording in sections in like a sequential order so that I can pick up the edit and spend 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes at a time and edit in chunks rather than what I really prefer to do, which is to have like one good long, like 1 hour, 2 hour chunk of time to kind of get through all of it, or even most of it. And I guess this was me just sort of thinking out loud here in my mind map. But if you're short on time, you only have an hour here or there, it's a lot easier to do if I know that I can just kind of pick up where I left off and I'm not trying to piece together some kind of vlog or a bunch of B-roll or anything crazy like that. Now, I'm not the most efficient person in the world when it comes to creating videos. I will admit that. So if you have any tips for me or any ideas for ways that you speed up your workflow that I haven't mentioned, please drop me a comment down below. And if you're looking for more tips, go down and read the comments that other people have added, because all of these tips kind of make me wonder why I'm not more efficient at making videos in a normal week. Like, why do I have to be on a time crunch to be efficient about making YouTube videos? It's obviously not because I don't know how to make videos, but if you are one of those people who struggle with the setup, the lights, the cameras, the microphones, and the editing, I will link up my Crush It on Camera series over here for you, because I made it specifically for complete beginners so that you can look good, sound good, and feel good on camera too.